If you're thinking about buying a home in LA, pause for a second. This city might be all sunshine and smoothies on the surface, but if you're not careful, it can also eat your budget for breakfast. I'm Todd Kingsley, your local luxury real estate insider. I work with buyers and sellers all over Los Angeles to help them navigate the market with clarity and confidence. And today, I'm breaking down 3 types of people who should not buy a home in Los Angeles. Plus, stick around for a bonus tip that could save you from a 6-figure facepalm, even if you've lived in LA for years, because buying here is a whole different beast. All right, let's kick things off with buyer type number 3, the commitment-phobe. You know who you are. If you're the kind of person who's always saying, I don't know where I'll be in a year, maybe don't buy a house in LA just yet. Buying here isn't a short-term play. It's a relationship. And this city, she's expensive, high maintenance, and definitely not into casual flings. If you're only planning to stick around for a year or two, maybe for work or just to try it out, the math probably doesn't work in your favor. Between closing costs, property taxes, and how long it takes to build equity in a high-priced market, you could lose more than you gain by buying too soon. Renting in places like Silver Lake, Venice, or even West Hollywood gives you flexibility. You can test out the neighborhoods, explore different vibes, and still enjoy LA without a 30-year mortgage breathing down your neck. Bottom line, if your future here is fuzzy, don't force it. Renting might not feel like a power move, but it can save you from some very expensive second thoughts. So that's the commitment phobe. Now, let's talk about number 2, the deal hunter with champagne taste and a boxed wine budget. If you're scrolling Zillow at midnight, hoping to snag a modern Spanish in Los Feliz for under $1 million, I've got some tough love. That ship has sailed, and even the lifeboats are in escrow. In LA's luxury market, you can absolutely find homes with yard space, outdoor entertaining areas, and all the California lifestyle touches. But if you think you're getting that in a top-tier neighborhood for $1.1 million, you're in for a very rude awakening. Here's the reality. You can get a yard in LA, even in many central neighborhoods, but it's probably not going to be a huge one unless you're spending deep into the luxury tier. Think dining al fresco, maybe a hot tub, a little patch of grass for the dog, not a private soccer field. If you want space and location, say Beverly Grove, Brentwood, or Hancock Park, you're often looking at $2 to $3 million and up. Add in a pool, privacy, and designer landscaping, and you're pushing even higher. If space is your non-negotiable, areas like Encino, Sherman Oaks, or Pacific Palisades give you more room to breathe, especially at that $2 million plus level. You'll still get a yard, and in some cases a great one, but it's all about balancing space, style, and location. And hey, if you're not yard obsessed, consider luxury condos or newer townhomes in places like West Hollywood, Playa Vista, or Century City. You'll get high-end finishes, security, and amenities without the lawnmower. Bottom line, yards, views, and space are out there. But if your budget and expectations don't match up, you're going to be disappointed fast. Success in LA real estate isn't about finding a unicorn. It's about knowing where the real opportunities are and being ready to move when they show up. By the way, if you're trying to figure out what's realistic for your budget in LA, I put together a free guide. It's called How to Buy Smart and Avoid Costly Mistakes. You can grab it in the description or scan the QR code on the screen if you're watching on a laptop. Now, coming in at number 1, and this one is a big one, the buyer who hasn't locked in their job yet. Maybe you just moved to LA. Maybe you're still figuring out if the new role is a good fit. Or maybe you're freelancing and hoping the gig stays steady. I'll just say this, buying a home in one of the most expensive markets in the country is not the time to see how it goes. LA's real estate market is a commitment, financially, emotionally, and logistically. If your income isn't consistent or your employment situation is still evolving, you could find yourself in a tough spot fast, especially if rates climb or repairs hit right after you close. Especially in LA, I've seen how quickly careers in entertainment or tech can shift. A project gets delayed, a contract doesn't renew, and it can totally change a buyer's game plan. That doesn't mean you can't buy, it just means you need to be smart about it. Have savings, have stability, and maybe most importantly, have a plan that works even if things shift. Bottom line, if your job situation is in flux, renting for another year might be the wisest financial move you make. You'll thank yourself when you're ready to buy with confidence instead of crossing your fingers at every mortgage payment. And hey, before we wrap this up, there's one more type of buyer I have to mention. The buyer who isn't ready for the level of competition LA demands. In this market, you can't dip your toe in. You either come in fully prepared or you risk missing out fast. If you're not fully pre-approved with a trusted lender, paperwork in hand, and a clear budget, you're already behind. And if you're hoping to sleep on it or take a few days to decide, you're going to miss opportunities, especially in areas like West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Studio City, and Encino, where well-priced homes don't sit. I've seen it more than once. Buyers fall in love with a property, but they hesitate, or they think that they can lowball just to see what happens. Meanwhile, someone else comes in strong and walks away with the keys. This market doesn't wait. You need clarity, confidence, and a game plan, because nice homes in great locations still move fast no matter what the headlines say. Bottom line, if you're not ready to compete, that's okay. Just don't step in until you are. Because in LA, real estate doesn't reward hesitation, it rewards preparation. So do you see yourself in any of these categories? Let me know in the comments. I genuinely love to hear what you've run into out there. If you're not quite ready to buy in LA, that's okay. The worst thing you can do is rush into one of the most competitive markets in the country without a solid game plan. And if you're serious about buying, but you want to make sure you're doing it smart, grab my free guide. It's called How to Buy Smart and Avoid Costly Mistakes. You can hit the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen if you're watching from a laptop. I break down what to expect, how to prepare, and how to avoid the most common and expensive buyer missteps in LA. If this video was helpful, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future episodes. And if you're thinking about buying or selling in Los Angeles, whether that's in West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Studio City, Encino, or anywhere else in LA, I'd love to help you navigate with confidence. My contact info is on the screen, or you can just reach out through the link in the description. And if you're already in the market, reach out. Let's make sure you're buying smart, not just buying fast. Thanks for watching. I'm Todd Kingsley. Stay sharp, stay sunny, and I'll see you in the next one.